Welcome here to the Heidi YouTube channel with your host, me, Cookie from the Ride Along channel. You'll find me elsewhere on YouTube and Instagram. Today we're talking carving. So intermediate to advanced skill, what is carving? How do you carve? What do you need to know? A few little thoughts and considerations that will help you progress and develop your skiing. The first thing to understand is what carving actually is. Yes, it's using the edges of your skis, it's using the rails, and it's using the side cut to make a turn. But the key definition for carving is you are removing rotational movement from your ski. All we're trying to do is sit the ski on its edge and let the ski go round its turn. It's turning radius, it's turning up. Your movements need to be smooth and fluid. As soon as you start to actually turn or rotate or apply some sort of a skidded action to the ski, no longer are you carving. How do you know if you're carving? Well, actually, you as the skier, it's kind of difficult to tell, but your buddy behind you will know very clearly because you've left very clear train track lines in the snow behind you. So should we be carving everywhere? No. Our aim is to be skiing in control, stable, fluid, gripping the snow, and most importantly, skiing safely. And that doesn't mean that you should be carving everywhere. Okay, so you're live and on board just now, and I'm going to show you where I would or wouldn't be carving as I come round. For example, this turn just here, and just a bit of speed control, and I can see it's not a particularly nice start, so that wasn't a carve. Wide open bit, nice big carve. It's fairly mellow, the snow's looking good, and there's no traffic. I'm opening into carves. But just down here, it starts to get a lot steeper, and I expect to see some traffic. When you start to carve, you're going to go faster and faster. You'll hit a nice rhythm, you'll get good grip, but it is fast skiing. So when it gets a little bit steeper, a little bit busier, when the terrain starts to change away from nice smooth snow into much more lumpy or bumpy snow, having that bit of skid, that bit of rotation in your ski is a good thing, can help you control and maintain a good speed and give you more grip and stability in every turn. It's now mellowing up a little bit, opening back into a carve. Along with my buddy up ahead of me, you can see some nice rolling carves and very clear train track lines in the snow that I'm following here. Bit of skid, has a bit of speed control just because of the traffic. The other tactical thought whilst developing your carving is where you do it. And I've mentioned this a little bit, but go back to greens and blues, wide open, really mellow pistes, well within your comfort zone. Now around this lift that we're on just here, there's lots of very good skiers doing some training right now. That way is a reasonably steep blue piste. And looking from here, there's very few carved lines in the snow. When I look over here, there's a slightly wider, slightly more mellow piste that pretty much all I can see down that line is carved tracks. It's quite a clear difference of slightly steeper, way less carved lines, slightly more mellow, slightly more open, way more carved lines. So pick and choose where you carve. You don't have to be carving down absolutely everything. You could call what I'm doing right now carving, and in fact this is the perfect place to feel what the skis want to do. Get used to rolling edge to edge with zero rotation, and that's that key part of the carve I keep coming back to, is how much am I actually rotating my feet. Right now, zero. I'm rolling my feet, rolling the skis from side to side. This is a lovely wide open blue run, the one that we saw from the lift a moment ago. Loads of train track lines in the snow, big flowing carves. And if you can see the texture in the snow, this is where everyone's been carving because it's such a nice, gentle blue pitch. As soon as that instinct of turn quickly comes into your brain, you'll rotate your ski and it'll start to skid or drift rather than carve. You need to let the ski turn you. So a couple of tips to help you learn and develop your carving. First of all, understanding the ski you're on will make a massive difference to the type of turn you're making or the type of carve you're making. If we take this ski as an example, this has a 20-meter radius turn. That's what's written on the ski, and that's because of the shape of the tip, the waist, and the tail. That side cut just there will naturally make a 20-meter turn in the piste. Now that's big. Thinking 20 meters as a radius, that means it's 40 meters from the top to the bottom of the turn. one turn 40 meters before I then start to get in the new turn and go around the next one. So knowing the radius of our ski and how big that ski wants to turn, a carve, we need to allow the ski to turn us. As soon as I try to actually physically turn the ski, that's where that idea of rotation comes in. Physically turning your feet, rotating the ski may help you get grip, may help the turn, but it's not a movement that you'll see in a carve. Carve is from edge to edge without turning the ski or rotating the ski. Generally, skiers have their legs too close together. Another great consideration for improving your carving is the width of your skis. Now, generally, and it is a lot of generalization when I'm making videos and I don't know who's watching these videos, but generally skiers have their legs too close together or see it as a goal that their legs should be close together. Good skiers have wide legs. And the reason for that is when your legs are close together, it's very hard to get the ski onto its edge. It starts straining all kinds of muscles in your body and it doesn't really work. Good skiers have reasonably wide legs, allowing you to get much more of an edge angle on and therefore more grip and more turn in your carve. In fact, I mentioned earlier that the radius of your ski is X number of meters. The more edge you can get on the ski, the tighter that radius can actually become. So my 20-meter radius turn, when I'm really carving it well, will get a bit smaller than that and a bit smaller than that still. There you go, a few ideas to hopefully get your carving developed a little bit. Remember, this doesn't replace actual instruction on the snow. These are a few ideas to get your brains into snow mode before you come out to the mountain, or maybe at the end of the day skiing when your mate's been talking about carving all day and you're not quite sure what they're banging on about. Or maybe even now you can nudge them and say, that wasn't carving. I've seen that video that Cookie and Heidi did. He's not carving, is he? You can see the skid or that rotation in it. Remember to hit like and subscribe down at the bottom. We'll see you elsewhere on this YouTube channel, somewhere here in the mountains, or of course on my channel, the Ride Along channel. Have a look out for that on YouTube too. Time now to go for a ski.